Restaurants are failing around the world every day. There's various reasons for it. Let's discuss this right now. New restaurants are opening up every day. New restaurants are closing every day. But generally, there's a lot of failure in the restaurant industry. There are many reasons, and I'll cover most of them now. The number one reason is lack of homework in preparation for the birth of the new restaurant. You need to conduct a feasibility study. Sometimes our enthusiasm and our ego gets the better of us, and consequently the suffering happens later on. Bad location. We just think a location is good. It may be appear good, maybe pretty, there's something appealing about it, visually appealing about it, but it's got to be a location which we've tested out to see the chances of success, the population, the local market, the growth aspects. Things are going backwards in the area. Is it becoming more affluent? Is it going less affluent? Are there any changes in the local area? New type of industry moving in, new type of people moving in, a new airport, road diversions, these sort of things. Poor concept. Is our concept right? Again, do we pick a concept because we went to a restaurant in Paris or New York and we like that concept and let's do it over here? Looking at the surrounding businesses and area, bad service. Basically boils down to staff training. We've got to train our staff to work. We want it to work consistent with the menu and the clientele we're trying to appeal to. Most restaurants don't have job descriptions. They might come in new staff, give them an hour or two training, watch what they're doing for a couple of days and hope for the best. And the staff lose motivation because there's no one telling what they're doing wrong, and it comes across the customers and the sales dwindle down, being too expensive for the market. We judge our market level wrong. Have we overpriced ourselves? Can the local area afford to pay the prices we're asking on our menu? We like nice to have a 5-star restaurant in the suburbs, but if it's an area which can't afford it, a low income level, it's unlikely that the richer people move in will drive into that area and have a meal there. It's absolutely outstanding, maybe, but it's highly unlikely. They tend to stick to their own areas. Excessive investment. We just go berserk and just overspending, not watching our dollars, spending too high for the actual restaurant market we're appealing to. This happens a lot. You hear of multi-million-dollar refurbishments of properties to create a new restaurant. And you've got to be making a really high turnover to maintain that. Are you spending too much? Does it look too rich for our clients? What's your costs? It's all got to be congruent. Another one tying with the wrong location is high rent, where we are mesmerized by the location. There's no way we're going to miss out on this deal. We try to beat the market, maybe go over market price for rentals. Consequently, rent being a high cost in our operations tends to eat up in our profit margin. We can't generate the sales to justify that rental. What happens? A slow death. I've seen it plenty of times. What's your rental? Usually between 8 to 12% of the turnover, depending where you are. I've seen restaurants pay up to 20% of the turnover in rental. It's very hard. You've got to sell a lot of food. Watch your other costs very well to make a profit. So be very careful of what rent you pay. Get someone to check it out for you. Have a restaurant expert with you, someone who understands the property market. Do your study. You have to know what you're doing, what you're buying. How does it look like compared to similar sized properties in the area? Another way, we undercapitalise. Maybe we've gone too cheap. I've had a situation where a hotel that opened up a while ago, They opened up, they were lucky, they had a great location, and they had no feasibility study. They were just lucky that they were in the right location, and they had their gourmet restaurant, their signature restaurant. They wanted to appeal to a 4 or 5 star market. They were reluctant to purchase 4 or 5 star crockery and cutlery and glassware and decor. They wanted to have 1 and 2 star cutlery and crockery, pretty average decor quality. It was attractive, it wasn't going to last very long. People aren't silly. They're paying big bucks for their meals. They expect everything to be congruent, to be classy. You don't want cheap crockery and cutlery or cheap looking place. The meal might be okay, but it doesn't create a good image. So like over-capitalising, under-capitalising could be a problem too. Lack of attention to detail, not being specific of what you want. Again, especially if you're going for a top market, the customer is very sophisticated these days. There's plenty of opposition. You've got to know what you're doing. Get the right people doing the job for you so that it all looks good, it all works well. Poor management. Again, it boils down to the people at the top. Are they the right people? Have you got the right training there? Are the people working there the way you want them to work? The presentation. Do you go for the details? Do you have job descriptions? Do you have regular staff training? Do you ensure the standards are maintained all the time with your staff? Is everything presented properly, the same way all the time? Have you got standard recipes? Do you buy the specifications? I talk about those in other videos, but everything's got to be congruent. People got to know what they're doing, and so that people understand that is a 5 star or whatever level of restaurant you're going for. If you're going to McDonald's, okay, well, you don't expect 5 star service, but you get over the counter. But if you're paying big bucks for a top class restaurant, you want the service to match. The customer's not stupid. They want service and they're willing to pay for it. If you want to make money, you give them what they want and they'll keep coming back again and again. Lack or little marketing. It's tough these days. Marketing has become very sophisticated. In the old days, you open your doors and hope for the best. Word of mouth does do well in some restaurants, not always. What sort of marketing are you doing? Just splashing out an ad in the local paper or something, hope for the best? Are you tracking your marketing? What's working, what's not? Are you keeping regular contact with the customers? You've got to keep at it. If you find a method which is working for you, say it's giving 3-4 times your rate of return, keep sticking to it. Invest more money in that marketing. If the marketing is failing, stop it. It's as simple as that. You can't keep throwing away dead money. Watch your marketing. Get the right people doing it for you. Get professionals. Social media. Watch your presence. Have you got a database of your clients? Are you mailing out to them regularly? Do they know you exist? What sort of promotions you're doing? All these add up. Lack of detail in financial management. Basically, food cost control systems. I talk about them in other videos, but you've got to have good control systems. You know where every single dollar is going. Control your costs and you maintain your profit margins. There are obviously many other reasons for failure. They're the main ones that I've come across in my time. What are your comments? What systems you got in place to ensure that you survive and thrive in this environment? I'd like to hear your comments.